So 301s. This is a guy who looks out into the Nile River and it's droughted. But the Nile River, it droughts every single year. And then every single year, it also floods. But a lot of people, they look at the drought and that's all they can focus on is the problems. And they think that's it. We're in a rut. There's no money coming in. And the river is like how we get money. It's a flow of money. And it's like, how are we going to survive now? If we're in such a rut, we got to think of something, or we're just so worried. Maybe we'll just give up or try something else. I don't know. But this guy, he looks out into the droughted river and he sees sailboats. I don't know if you see the sailboats, but I think there's like three of them. And so no one else sees the sailboats, but it's in his own vision. And so you see how he has a focus sash on his forehead. So he's really focused on his mind and he has really good ideas. So like Binal's contemplation. So he's been sitting in some contemplation, trying to figure out maybe the ups and downs of maybe sometimes how the market, even the stock market has this like bear market or the bull market. It's like, which one is it? So it always has ups and downs. And so he's thinking it's really good right now to like money's coming and he doesn't fear. He has a vision that no one can see. He sees the sailboats, but no one else does. It's like the money's coming, the trade's coming, the commerce, maybe even tourists, they're all coming. And then if you see the card is yellow, so he's thinking bright future. So when people see a drought, he sees money coming in. And then let me look at the symbols. He has, if you count all the branches, there's 9. So 9 connects to the ninth sphere, which is Yesod. Yesod connects to the moon. And the moon, it always reveals light that's in the darkness. It reveals things that are hidden in the darkness, reveals things that no one can see. So this guy could be connecting to innovative ideas, like the first one to invent the internet or dry cleaning or something like that no one's ever seen before. So it's like out of the box stuff, but it's usually good and practical. So other people will want to use it and it enriches their lives. And then it becomes like the new standard. But whatever it is, it's like seeing the hidden potential of what could be. And then the other pillars, and then, oh yeah, he also has it in his right hand. So he's like, and this branch has 3. So he has like giving birth to these new ideas because the wands are all like your creativity, your passions, your lusts, your desires. So now he has these really good ideas to make this new creative thing, innovative thing happen. If you count the rest, there's 6, and he stands in the middle of it. And so the 6 connects to the 6th sphere, which is Tiferet. And Tiferet connects to the sun. And the sun always brings everything to its best, highest peak and in bloom. So right now, this guy is in the middle of these 2 pillars, and he's like the center pillar of the Kabbalah tree of life. You'll see a lot of the cards that have like people sitting in between pillars, and they sit mild, solid, and they feel very rest assured that their vision is solid, and no one can talk him out of it. He has a vision that no one can talk him out of. Just because they don't see it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. He like knows it's going to happen, and he sees bright future. A lot of this card is like seeing the good potential when other people don't. Even in a relationship or doing business with somebody, and people say, oh, that guy is not good, but then you see a certain side of him that you really connect to. It's like, I see what others cannot see, just like the Yesod. It's like seeing into the darkness, the light. And I see on a deeper level. The next card, 3 of Cups. This card is good for timing. See how it has a pumpkin? So pumpkin happens at the harvest. And so they're celebrating the harvest. And that happens around September 25th every single year. So it could definitely show September 25th in a lot of readings. And then also it has 3 cups together. Just so it's 3 women celebrating life and they're celebrating the harvest. And celebrating the harvest is really like celebrating not dying. Because if the harvest was bad, they would die that winter because the cold comes in and you don't survive. But this is like all our hard work, all the risk we put in, all the trials, tribulations, headaches, frustrations, everything it took. And we learned so much through that whole process. And we realized like none of that work was in vain. And now we're going to celebrate a good win. And we have hope that we're going to have a good future and we're going to have a new season coming. So it's like, thank God. And I'm so glad to be able to celebrate with everybody else. And because y'all worked with me as a team, we have such a strong bond now. We're more than family, we're more than friends, we're family, that kind of vibe. but it's a big celebration of life and a big sigh of relief. And it also advises that all your work is never in vain. It'll pay off in the end, even though you don't see like immediate results. Just give it time, do the work, learn through the process, and it'll pay off in the end. Just like if you worked with people in an office building for like a year or so, it just seems like you want to quit so many times, but maybe at the end of the year, you'll build up relationships and trust and have gone through so many experiences where you feel like your family and the new office feels like a home away from home, that kind of thing. Three of Swords is as a storm. And so it's all about weathering the storm or your troubles in life, your dramas and traumas. Think about someone else coming and helping you out because they've been in your shoes before. Or perhaps you're someone who can reach out to somebody because you've been there and you know exactly what it's like. And you feel almost like obligated to go talk to that person and share your story because it helps them over and endure their story or the drama they're going through. And so the gray is wisdom. So it's like life lesson being learned. And then the swords are your thoughts and ideas. And so they're penetrating the heart. And so there's three, just like Binah, which is understanding. So the thoughts want to understand the feelings of the heart. The feelings why the heart feels this way, why it came to that point, what was the reasons, what got triggered, and how can we maybe address that, maybe stop that from happening, or maybe the more we talk about it and bring it out into the open, then it kind of releases it from the heart. We can kind of learn how to forgive ourselves for allowing other people to treat us like that. And we can deal with it maybe just better, just to go through the emotions. Like, don't dismiss the emotions, don't brush them to the side, don't anchor them down and focus and later come back in life because you never do. It's like procrastinating your emotions. This is just like the only way to really weather the storm is just to endure it. It's good to cry. It's good to scream in your pillow. It's good to take a walk around the block. It's good to punch something or, break something if you have to. It feels better. And then if you all that kind of stuff. And then sometimes there's other people in your life that have been through the same thing and they can come and help you out. This card comes a lot like that, where it suggests that you should help somebody else or someone will help out you. If you're all alone, it's all about just really analyzing the feelings first. And that's the only way to weather the storm. But because Binah is like the motherly aspect of the tree, you think of someone being like a motherly person to you and that kind of energy, and they give you the shoulder to cry on. And they listen because they don't want to judge, but they're just curious and they want to connect. And that's the Three of Swords. It's a pretty positive card, but it's never easy going through that time. And just know that Binah, when she listens, she always lets it sink in before she gives advice. So it's like I want to listen, like becoming a really good listener because you care. And then the last one, Three of Pentacles. Trying to get the glare off. The Pentacles, this one is the word collaboration card. See how they're all working together on the same goal. And they're all very different. But they all come together with their different perspectives, and they always add value to the table. And sometimes the more unique your perspective is, the more it adds. So don't be afraid to speak up and share your unique opinion about the certain situation. So these people, they're in the basement of the church at nighttime when no one is around, and they don't want to be caught because they're trying to figure out on an intellectual level, what is the scriptures really about? Because it can't be factual because it's just too crazy. So let's get together as a team and kind of dissect it together. So you have like a priest, and the priest knows the Bible in and out. He knows all the names. He knows the dates. He knows like all the books and everything. He has it memorized. And then the woman, she knows all like the reasons why the people did what they did on an emotional level. And that also adds to the story and makes it more like personal and easy to remember, and you can connect to it better. And then the light worker, he shines the light on the scriptures and he can really see in between the lines. Just like a Kabbalist would look at the Torah and tell you it's all about astrology. He can tell you it's all about spiritual battle against the ego. And it's all about revealing the light within the darkness. And it does get help through the cosmos, but also like on a deeper spiritual level at the same time, because as above, so below. And so everybody's perspective should be valued just as even. And it also brings more value to the table. And all three layers of that Bible is very, very important because you can't understand one without understanding the other. It's like the Holy Trinity of knowing, just like, there's three sides to every story. There's what he said, what she said, and then what God saw. And they sit on a little table. So it's like they all bring something to the table. But definitely they're working all together. That's the major one. Collaboration.